Hi, my name is Danïelle. Welcome to my channel. I'm going to explain to you today what it is I'm going to discuss in my first workshop I'm hosting next week. It's a live event, a live Zoom call. If you want to join, there is a possibility to receive the video afterwards as well. And in this video, I'm going to explain to you what it is I'm going to talk about. Because I'm not only going to talk, I'm also going to draw the matrix. Because the matrix is a structure that cannot be seen. It can only be noticed. You need your awareness, your consciousness to be able to indicate where the matrix of the outside world and where the matrix of your inside world is. A matrix is a field that gives you a false sense of safety because it thrives on the probability of cause and effect. If you think one thing, you will feel the other, and you will act or manifest in reality the result of the first two. It is actually a mathematical matrix. It is a logical effect. If you place fear in somebody, the fear will make the fear thoughts will make him feel fearful and will make him act out of survival. And in survival, the human dynamics, the human design acts very differently. It loses its creation. It loses its full potential. It starts living from survival mechanism that lowers the potential of the human capacity. And this is where the matrix thrives. The matrix is conducted, is controlled, is driven by the forces of the elite. And the elite is a power that is not driving this force, this life force, with the intention of peace, harmony, and health. And at this moment in time, it's imperative that as many people as possible unplug from the matrix, that become independent and autonomous, that are no longer subjected and depending on the matrix, but are able to connect to their own guidance system. We need people who we can evolve with into higher states of living, higher states of well-being, higher states of life on this planet. We have so much more potential to reach. There is peace on earth possible for all of us. There is abundance, there is health, and there is harmony, but not within the system matrix field that we are living in right now. The matrix that our governments, the big pharma, and most of all the elite in the high top that we can't see, wants you to makes you believe that this is your reality when it is not. And the way the matrix works, it uses frequencies, it uses energy, it uses mind control, it uses spiritual blocks, and it uses physical blocks to dumb down, to numb down, and to create stress, chaos, and survival in the human being, which makes the human being very prone and very weak and very dependent on the external world, because it is cut off from its source. It is cut off from the creative, conscious mind. When a human being is triggered into fear, it starts to be driven unconsciously, and unconsciously we play out the programs that we have integrated through media, through culture, through our governments, through our religions, through our education system, and through our parents, the programming of the matrix has been taking place for centuries, And what we see playing out right now in the world is the ultimate presence of a negative-driven life force trinity. Let me explain to you. I'm going to use my drawing board. Let me share my screen, and I'm going to explain to you what I mean. And if this is for you, then come join my workshop. And if you enjoy my workshop, there's a 5-week program. If you enjoy a 5-week program, there's a book, and there's so much more. There is so much I can tell you about this that sometimes I just don't know where to start, right? It's essential to understand the Trinity of life. Because when you understand the Trinity, when you are able to self-fulfill, to self-correct, to self-lead this Trinity, you are able to drive and navigate the results in your life unto a certain level, because we still do live in the matrix that lowers down our potential. But the first step is to become self-sufficient, to master your own mind, body, and spirit. Because at this point in time, do you control your own mind? Do you know how to feed your body? But truly, do you understand how your human design works? And are you connected to your source? Are you connected to your innate divine essence through your heart, your soul, your higher self with spirit? Do you receive guidance? Do you understand the language of your intuition? Do you? Because this is what breaking out, awakening from the matrix really means. Going back to my drawing board, what I'm talking about is that the connection between the mind and the body is the bridge I'm drawing here, which is your vertebra, which is your backbone. And this is your physical body, your physical vehicle on this earth plane. It is your horizontal mind-body vehicle that you are driving around in this meat suit in. Your mind is the board computer that connects you with your outside world. And through the nervous system, which operates as the synapse between the outside world, translating back to your inside world what you experience into thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. Right, so this is the bridge between the mind and the body, which needs to be connected. A disconnected mind and body means disconnected DNA, means disconnected synapse, means there is signals from the outside world, but they are not being received by the inside world. And what do I mean with that? Your other connection is the connection to your source, which translates the guidance you get from your soul, from your spirit, from your higher self, which is the intuition language, which tells you whether something is good or bad, which tells you when something is pleasant or unpleasant, when something is aligned with you, with your purpose. When there is resonance, it feels good. When there is dissonance, you feel stress and chaos. It is a signal. It is your intuition. It is your higher self talking to you, telling you this is not okay. This is not in confluence, in resonance with the symphony and the harmony of the great oneness you are a part of. You are at that moment receiving signals that say no, that say stop, that say, take another path, take another route. This is not for you. This is not okay. And because we have lost, or so many people have lost their connection through their guidance system, they are not connected to their inner guidance, but they are only left with the connection to their outer guidance. They receive the signals from their government, from their parents, from their social media, from the signals from their neighbors, what they should be doing, what everybody is doing, but they forget to check in with their own guidance system. So what happens in the matrix is that you are plugged into information that you receive as guidance, but you hold it against nothing. So you are dependent on and controlled by the outside world. Becoming autonomous requires a very firm, intuitive, spiritual connection. And we are born that way. I was going to say not, but we are born that way, but we lose because we start living by the projection of the way our parents live, of society, what society shows us. And the biggest programming structure of the matrix thrives on the fact that the God force, God, was taken out of the human being. We are made to believe, religion has taught us, that God is not inside of us. We are not a part of the God force. We are actually not the I am that we are. But we are made to believe that God is an institution outside of us. And in religion, we have actually been made to believe that we are sinful. Yes, and that's the biggest disconnection from our source that has caused humanity to become lost and astray of their divine source. That was the biggest disconnection of the matrix, the biggest block. Yeah. When I talk about the matrix, I talk about frequency. The highest frequency is that of peace, of harmony, of health. The highest possible frequency of light is resonance. It feels good. It feels peaceful. The lowest frequency in the matrix is chaos. Yes. You translate frequency through emotions. And what we are not taught in school, and what I'm going to talk to you about in the workshop, is that the mind, when the mind functions on the I am, it is able to manifest through the purpose and the guidance of spirit, to manifest on the path of life that what you came here to do. We can manifest our thoughts if we break out of the matrix. There's a lot of misunderstanding about manifestation and creation. The matrix makes you unaware of the capabilities we truly have. We can levitate, we can heal, we can energetically, we can talk to animals. There is so much possible that we have lost. We were able to do that, but we are actually dumbed down. The matrix has dumbed us down into dependent little human egos. So when the mind is not able to reach the I am, it is actually not having the trinity of life pointing up, but it has the trinity pointing down. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is the matrix field that most of us run around in, unaware of the evil that is taking place outside of the matrix, and unaware of the peace and harmony we came here to create. Right, so if you want to learn more, I'm going to stop sharing my screen. If you want to learn more and you want to be a part of my workshop, I'm going to leave the link down below. And you're very welcome to join me next week. It's the 9th of April. It's 1600 CET. I'm going to tell you more about the Trinity of life, about the spiritual life force, the God force, and the satanic negative destruction force that is ruling this matrix. I'm going to talk about mind control. I'm going to talk about light, water, food control. I'm going to talk about all the blocks that keep us down in the matrix. And I'm going to tell you how you can escape the matrix, where the door out is. It is through the inside, through the connection with your heart. But let me explain that to you next week. Hope to see you. It's Saturday, the 9th of April. The link is down below. Please register. You will receive the Zoom link, and if you want, you can receive the recording if you can't join live. And I'm looking forward to see you. I hope you have a very nice day. Bye-bye.